Hey guys, this is Mauisnake, and today I wanted to start this series on fixing Valorant. And I know this is pretty tall task, and it's not like I'm just going to do it all myself. But I think there are conversations as the game is in a fledgling state that need to be started, and I think that we can do that. I think that right now there's a lot of people complaining about things in Valorant, and I think that it's also and I don't think it's always good to just be toxic and complain, but I also think on the other side of things, it's not going to help anybody by just keeping our heads in the sand about issues that are affecting this community. And so I think it's our duty as people that are part of the community and, as pros or personalities or content creators or anything to start these dialogues. And I think that this is one that has kind of affected me, but more so it's something that I notice is hurting people that are not at the tip top of the space. Because right now, I think one big issue is that there's no real semblance of community in the Valorant space. I think that you can look at if you are a pro or a top Twitch streamer slash content creator, there is a community for you. But for anybody else, for the everyday man girl that's just going through solo queue, just playing the game, just no real semblance of community. And I think that's something that needs to be addressed. And as opposed to just bringing up the problem, I want to try to offer a solution. And if anybody else has solutions, I'd say, leave a comment below or something, or just talk about it. Just be unafraid to try to find solutions, because I think one thing that Riot has done incredibly well as this game has began is that they are willing to listen to the community and talk and start these dialogues, start conversations. So if you're in a position where you have influence in the scene, it's your responsibility to try to bring up these issues, because you are who Valorant is listening to the most. You're who Riot is talking to. So hopefully they see this also. But basically, I basically want to propose one solution for this issue of building community, which is, and Riot has shown they're not afraid to take things from other spaces. So I want to propose something from Battle Cup. But before I do that, I want to just preface by saying the better solution for building community would to be start community servers and give map making tools, and then you can everything will work out itself. But Riot has shown a willingness to not do that with League, for example, because there's no community servers and there's no map making tools. But something that I think they can do is actually start a Battle Cup. And what a Battle Cup is a weekly tournament. And in Dota, this is an 8-team single elimination bracket. It's something you queue up for every weekend. So it starts on Saturday. There's different time slots for different regions right here. And essentially, a person can pay 99 cents. And this is something that, Riot probably would like too. This has a cost to it. But basically, in the game client, it's an 8-team single limb bracket, and you could fiddle with the numbers. It could be 16 teams double limb. It could be 32. It doesn't matter really. But really, the idea is there that right now the worst feeling for a lot of people in the scene I've noticed is solo queuing, because it doesn't feel like there's any reward for reaching plat, for reaching diamond, for reaching immortal. But what the Battle Cup does is that it gives you a reason to try to get to certain ranks, because when you play the Battle Cup, you queue up based off of your rank, and the rewards you get would be in turn based off the ranks you get. So you can see here that Dota, it starts a Crusader, Archon, Legend. This is essentially just bronze, silver, plat, etc. So what is so great about this is that it gives people a chance to solo queue, but actually work with their teammates for longer stretches than just a single game. It'll force you, as you go through the tournament, to try to bond with your teammates. And if you win that tournament, it's pretty likely that you're going to think that your teammates are good. You're going to respect your teammates enough, or that you can win with them, so that maybe you'll form a team. Maybe you'll add them and start playing with them in the future, so that you're not just on these solo queue grinds for ad infinitum. Because I don't know anyone beneath the top level, beneath the pro scene, or who isn't a big content creator like Twitch streamer, that is enjoying their experience in gold solo queue. I don't think anybody really loves their time there. So what this does is it gives you an opportunity to actually play like the pros do, to actually go through a tournament. And it gives you an experience or a taste of what it's like to play this game, not quite at an esport level, like what we're seeing on First Strike, but it's a chance to actually try to play the game in such a way, or get new ideas from people, because people will be probably calling strats, trying to put it together certain Asian comps. Just have an experience that's not just the simple solo queue grind of picking Jet every game and then just leaving the game if you couldn't auto lock Jet. I mean, it's a chance to try to build out your game in such a way. And also, something that can come from this is that it's not just like in solo queue where there's bragging rights for getting higher ranks, or maybe a Twitter list that Riot releases, which I don't really understand how that is like actually a huge thing. I don't know, whatever. But basically, the Battle Cup gives you an in-game skin, and this can be in the form of something on your profile, or maybe a gun buddy based off of the level that you played at. So for example, wouldn't it be cool if you did this in the Radiant division and you had a gold gun buddy that said you won the Battle Cup for the weekend? But a bronze one is not going to be as good looking, right? But you still get something for it. So you can still be happy that you won these gun buddies over time. But you want to win the better gun buddy, the one that means more, the diamond gun buddy versus, or the platinum gun buddy versus, the silver or the bronze one, right? So it's just an idea. And I think that there are many solutions for trying to build out community. So I think that this is just one that I would love to see implemented in the game. It's something that I would love to participate in personally, because having played in multiple Dota Battle Cups when I had Dota Plus, I know that this was a fun experience. It's fun to try to strategize with random people. It's fun to try to go deeper in the tournament, and then because then when you lose, you feel like there's a mistake that was made. It's not as random. Let's say you get to the grand finals and you lose. It's going to actually make you critically think about what you did wrong a little bit more, as opposed to just blaming your teammates, because your random teammates, maybe they made a mistake, but you're going to be more inclined to think about what could I have done to be better. I think that's just natural when it's competitive in nature like this, and you're not just feeling like the people you're playing with you have no control over whatsoever. So this is just an idea. I think that it's really everybody's responsibility in this community to try to come up with solutions, as opposed to just complaining. So really, this is mine. If you have other ideas, be sure to leave a comment. And as always, guys, being toxic is a choice.